2 to 3 days na pumapasok ang grades 11 and 12. Ano po nangyari? Di alisin na lang ho natin hanggang 11 na lang. Huwag na ho tayong gaya-gaya sa Amerika, sa Great Britain, hanggang 12 po sila. Dahil tayo po, mahirap tayo na bansa. Siguro po lahat tayo dito, iba-ibang agency, DepEd, SHED, UP, Philippine Normal University, Association of Colleges, Teachers Dignity Coalition. We should take it amongst ourselves na it is not only the responsibility of CHED or DepEd. Lahat po tayo, we should be concerned. Kasi bumababa po ng bumababa. Ang tingin po natin, yung mga estudyante po natin, pag ilalaban, nakikita ko sa mga dyaryo, kung nag-compete sa Singapore, kung saan-saan, parang laging kawawa. Gagaya po nito, di ba? Parang dapat we should start thinking what's wrong, what's happening? Bakit ganito yung mga estudyante na? Bakit hindi kagaya namin? Bakit hindi kagaya? Bakit parang nag-iba na ngayon? Kids right now cannot even back in grade school. I went to school in Palawan, a small private school. But when people talk to me, I can understand in English and I can answer back. Ngayon yung mga kabataan sabihin, ha? Pero nawala na ho eh. What's happening dito? Ito yung sinasabi ho natin, parang bumaba. Kaya nga I was asking you, quality of education po yung teaching. Saan po ang problema? Mukhang may problema po tayo. Kagaya po niya, nabanggit po ni chairman, wala na pala po tayong yung para sa assessment ng math, ng science, ng English. Paano maituturo na maayos ng teacher kung mahina din pala siya doon? Siguro ito po yung resulta dahil mahina po yung mga ibang teachers po natin, hindi po naituturo na maayos, hindi po nako-comprehend ng bata. Pero kung magaling po yung educator po natin, nako-comprehend po, di po ba? Na nare-recall niya, tumatatak sa isipan. Huwag naman po yung pag-graduate tayo ng pag-graduate ng teacher na wala naman pala, hindi marunong, mahina sa certain fields po. Dapat po lahat po dito. Dapat let's all focus po siguro. Total, lalo na po, di po ba, binigyan po ng chairman natin, napakalaking budget ng Department of Education. We have to start doing something about this. Kasi by the time na graduate po yung mga sa elementary high school natin, ika nga, how can they compete globally? Kung yung mga kalaban nila. Sinabi pa po natin, Mr. Chair, grade 11, 12 para to be competitive. Pero kahapon sabi ni Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, yung may mga ibang countries na hanggang grade 10 na lang. Isa pa pala, Mr. Chair, I would like to raise and I would like to get the opinion of CHED here, DepEd. Bakit po pagdating ng grade 11 and 12, hindi masyado pumapasok yung bata? What's going on? Parang meron po akong kamag-anak, private school po ha. Ang pasok niya twice a week lang. Grade 11. Grade 12 niya ganun pa rin. Graduate na siya. Kasi puro online daw, puro ganito. Yung course na technical parang for engineering. Tapos yung sa STEM. Pero halos lahat. Yung isa naman na anak ng barkada ko, Mr. Chair, sa probinsya naman, ganun din, grade 11 and 12. Bakit hindi daw sila pumapasok? What's happening? Sabi nga ng magulang, sayang St. Erwin, yung pamasahin nitong anak ko, binilang ko ng uniforme, pero 2-3 araw lang sila pumasok sa school. What's happening here? Bakit ho ganun? Hindi na 11 and 12 kasi STEM daw. I'm sure, Mr. Chair, if you go to your city sa Valenzuela, sasabihin din po doon mag-observe ho kayo 2 to 3 days na pumapasok ang grades 11 and 12. Ano po nangyari? Di alisin na lang ho natin hanggang 11 na lang. I-compress natin para makatipid naman yung magulang hanggang grade 11 na lang. Huwag na ho tayong gaya-gaya sa Amerika, sa Great Britain, hanggang 12 po sila. Dahil tayo po, mahirap tayo na bansa. Hindi natin kailangang gayahin sila. Matitipid ng magulang na pamasahin ng bata, baon ng bata, uniforme ng bata, kung kaya naman i-compress hanggang sa grade 11 nila, wag na mag-12. Pero why is that? Can somebody explain to me na ang pasok ng grade 11 and 12 ay 2 days na lang a week or 3 days na lang a week? What's happening here? Can somebody please explain to me? I really cannot understand. Yung bata sabi din sa akin, Hindi ko po alam, kuya eh. Hindi ko po alam kung bakit. Eh, yun lang po sabi. Magmi-meet na naman kami sa Friday. Nag-meet sila ng Monday, Friday na ulit. Kaya yung bata, lagi lang po sa kuan, lagi lang po sa bahay, nanonood ng Netflix. Yung isa naman doon sa probinsya, nasa Bilyaran. Sa public school po siya na grade 11 and 12. Why is that? Have you checked on that, Ched or DepEd? Yung mga pasok ng mga grade 11 and 12, 2 to 3 days na lang sa isang linggo hanggang sa mag-graduate sila, Mr. Chair.
Maybe get maybe si I think si ED Carol can share his observation. I think sa public school walang ganyan na
Mr. Chair, what we've seen so far in the data is that yung mga may double shift, triple shift po, yan yung nagiging MWF in public schools. But yung sa private, we will have to check with DepEd and with PAYAC kung ano yung policies and practices na that governs whether or not that can happen.
Kilalang mga schools to, Mr. Chair, ayaw ko lang sabihin, pero kilalang mga schools na sa Green Hills, kilalang school. Yung isa, university pa, dyan naman ho sa Cavite, may branch sa Las Piñas, may branch sa kung saan-saan. Pero yung grades 11 and 12 nila, bihira pong pumasok, Mr. Chair. Ano po natutunan ng bata? Sasabihin, STEM, kasi ganito, kasi ganon. Wala na ho na natututunan yung bata. We really need to look into this siguro. Kasi kung wala na ho silang pasok, 11 and 12, dalawang beses ang linggo na lamang po, i-compress na lang natin, alisin na natin yung 12, ilagay na, isiksik na natin lahat sa grade 11 para makatipid pa po yung mga magulang. Yun naman po hinihingi. Hindi natin kayang tanggalin. Kasi kailangan daw talaga. Ewan ko kung bakit pinilit yung 11 12. Kung akong tanungin mo, Mr. Chair, ayaw ko sana yan dahil dagdag gastos lang yan. Pero pinipilit dahil para makaagapay daw tayo pag pumunta yung estudyante natin, anak natin sa abroad, competitive siya, hanggang grade 12 siya, kagaya ng ibang bansa, Amerika, Europa. Pero why do we have to follow that? Eh kung ganito lang naman, 2-3 araw lang ang pasok ng bata. Sayang po yung uniforme na yung biniling rubber shoes, leather shoes. Pwede pang igamitin sa ibang gastusin ng pamilya. Can we start looking into this, DepEd or PEA, yung private school mission, please?
sa alam ko public school wala tayong policy na distance learning, no? Everything is face to face. But I'm not very sure kung merong issue on congestion, ED Carol, that led to itong ganitong distance learning. Sa private school, that's what I'm not very sure kung merong policy. Meron bang policy ang DepEd na pag private school, they can implement distance learning or online learning? Can anyone
Mukhang hindi po na-check ho natin. Kailangan ho nating silipin din. Pasyalan po natin yung grades 11 and 12 natin. Kasi matagal na ho nirereklamo ito ng mga parents. Gusto lang paalis. Eh kung gano'n naman hindi pumapasok. Sabi sayang ho yung hindi naman pumapasok, sir. Binilhan pa ng uniforme, binilhan pa ng bag, binilhan pa ng laptop, kung ano-ano, tablet, etc., etc. Eh, 2 beses na naman sa isang linggo ho ang pasok. Bakit pa po siya may grade 11, may grade 12? Bakit nila i-compress yung teaching sa isang grade na lamang po? Bakit po pwede po natin inspeksyonin? You ask these schools, lalo sa private schools, Mr. Chair, gaano kadami bang pumapasok ang inyong, and then give us, sa susunod, kung po pwede sana, Mr. Chair, can we ask them to give us a report why yung karamihan ng school sa private, 2 days lang po ang pasok ng grades 11 and 12. We want po an answer po sana, kung po pwede, Mr. Chair.
Hindi kaya ito na rin yung we raised this issue during the senior high school voucher hearing, because meron din kami nakikitang phenomenon, Senator Erwin, dahil sa voucher program, maraming mga enterprising entrepreneurs nagtatayo ng mga senior high school campuses for the purpose of getting as many students as possible so that they can get the voucher program. Now, may mga news rin na because they want to get as many students as possible, yung iba ginagawa nilang 3 times a week para mas maraming student makapasok, 'di ba? So for example, instead of everyday pumapasok yung student, 3 times a week yan, para new set of students papasok naman. And that and then because of that large number of students, they can collect large number of voucher and reimbursement. May mga ganun ako naririnig, no, subject to, of course, further investigation. But naririnig ko yung ganun na ano. Again, we have to investigate this because the voucher program is not meant to be a volume game, no? It's meant to help our public schools decongest and also support our poor students. Pero kung magiging volume game lang, kuha lang siya ng kuha ng estudyante, pa-reimburse ng pa-reimburse sa gobyerno, eh nagiging negosyo na, no, yung kanyang hinahabol. And we don't want that to happen. So we'll request DepEd to look into the query of Senator Erwin Tulfo. And let's also give us a report on that rin, no? Mr. Kabawatan. I know this is not in your parte ka ng NEAP, no? So but just advise the DepEd officials or DepEd management to give us a report on this, on the senior high school program. Unless may narinig kayong ganito, Dr. Fermin, if you want to.
Mr. Chair, two things po. Because there are enabling regulatory documents from DepEd allowing alternative delivery modalities or the ADMs. In particular, there is it's a 2019 department order that really stipulates the available modalities for flexible learning. But I think the direction of the department is actually to optimize these ADMs, particularly online and distance learning, in situations of emergencies, right? But I don't know exactly. I am an administrator of a private school. There's also some leeway provided for particular types of students who really cannot access, and therefore, as Senator Tulfo, there's some schools who have been given some form of authority to do a 3x2 class format. But the thing is, I think from a regulatory vantage point, I think we need to look into the number. How many of them are actually making use of these ADMs, and are they true to the purpose for which the ADM memorandum has been issued? So I think yun po yung tama naman po kayo, Senator Tulfo. I think we really need to find a way to determine tama ba yung use ng online and distance modalities na yun.
Well, it's online siguro, Dr. Fermin. Kung online, straight 5 days or kahit sabihin natin 4 days. Pero hindi po online ng 3 days. Tapos nasa bahay yung bata. Online ng 2 days. Tatanungin ng nanay, ba't nandito ka? Wala po kami pasok kasi online po kami. Fine. Monday, Tuesday, online. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, nandun ako sa bahay, nanonood ho ng Netflix, laman siya ng bahay. So ginawa na ho siyang yaya ng kuan niya. Papakainin mo yung kapatid mo ha, paliguan mo yung mga aso. Yun ang trabaho niya.
Yeah.
And come to think of it, dagdag tayo ng 2 years para dagdag na kaalaman, ready yung mga bata. Ano nangyayari? They're not ready, sir, because they only go to school 2 days. Kahit na sinasabi yung modality na yan na may online courses, pero yung 3 days po wala eh. Then let's just compress it. Ilagay na natin sa grade 11 lahat para makatipid pa. Kasi ganoon din ho nangyari. Grade 12, lalo na po sa grade 12. DepEd, could you check, tanungin ho ninyo yung mga private schools diyan. Halos lahat po ng private schools, hindi lang po yung ibang nabanggit ko diyan. Halos lahat po. Lalo na pagtungtong ng grade 12, 2 days na lang po. Yes, go ahead po, Dr. Magtoto.
Hindi na po to stand sa College of Education, but my daughter's in senior high school in a private school. But this is the first I've heard that they don't have classes when they're home. So one, in some weeks they would have to report face to face for activities, but on the days that they're home, they have online classes, or they would do asynchronous work to fulfill the research projects that they have, because this is the time when they do a lot of research papers. So they have asynchronous work. I don't understand how parang the person would say walang pasok. So maybe walang physical class, but the work is still there. And then in the past 2 2 weeks, she was in an immersion. So all of them in their batch were in different, so some were in different companies depending on their strands. So they were full time there from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. So they may not have been in the schools, but the schools had MOUs and MOAs with the different organizations. So and then they were there, and so we were bringing our daughter to the place of immersion rather than the school system. So I we don't maybe yeah, maybe it's an unusual parang situation that you're
No, but I understand where you're coming from, Dr. Magtoto. Pero my point is, I just hope that the Department of Education can just look into this because worried po yung parents. Sasabihin, wala kaming pasok. Tama po yung may online, 2 days, 3 days. Tama po yung may immersion din sila. But most of the time, the children sa grades 11 and 12 nasa bahay. Eh kung nasa bahay lang po sila at po pwede naman pala i-compress. Wala po kaming pasok ngayon kasi nagawa na namin, na-submit na namin online kahapon or no isang araw. You're right po, may immersion din po sila. Pero ang nagtataka po ako, bakit mas marami silang walang pasok, nasa bahay po sila. Laging ang palusot online, nasa online po kami. We're doing research. That's good. Pero kung hindi na po natin kailangan ng face-to-face, then baka pwede natin maki-compress na lang. What I'm saying is like, instead of having up to 12, let's just go for until grade 11. Doon na ipasok na natin yung immersion, di po ba? Yung mga research, total, medyo maluwag po sila eh. At napapansin ko po yung nagreklamo po sa akin na sabi, kalahating araw lang, tapos na, nasubmit ko na. At saka isa pa po, kung puro online, ma'am, ang curriculum, mga exam, pati exam, baka nandadaya na po yung bata. What's the use of nag-exam daw sila online. Pwede naman babuksan niya sa kabila yung kanyang computer, yun ang pansagot niya. Kailangan na siguro, what we're saying is like, nagdagdag tayo ng 2 grade levels. Sana siguro mas maganda kung face-to-face talaga ho, di ba? Kaysa puro online. Well, I agree, kailangan natin ng immersion. Tama naman ho yun. Yung mga kilala ko talaga nagbayro sila mga gano'n sa mga companies, parang mini OJT, nagkakaganon po sila. Pero yung lagi po nasa bahay, yung sabi po ng parents, nagiging batugan na raw yung anak niya. Sabi niya parang batugan, lagi ka lang nakahiga niya. Mamaya pa po yung klase namin kasi wala pa yung teacher, mag-online, naantay ko. Hindi pa po kami naka-online. Pare-pareho po. Siguro I hope, Mr. Chair, the DepEd will look into this.
For public schools, I'm checking the policy, but I don't know of any policy that encourages distance learning or alternative delivery modes as a regular delivery mode. Kung merong bagyo, may kagaya sa Bicol, may on incident, then pwede kang mag-distance learning, may alternative delivery mode. But for public schools, definitely face-to-face is the modality that is being implemented. Sa private schools, that one we need a report. If the intention of the private school is to double their enrollment by doing home online learning, then hindi maganda yun dahil double niya enrollment niya, sisigil naman siya ng voucher. No, so hindi maganda yon, no. If it's a online learning because may immersion, merong other learning activity, maybe that is acceptable. But yun na nga, I'm hearing some reports that some of the schools are doubling their enrollment or even increasing their enrollment by doing online learning because it frees up capacity, no? It frees up additional classroom and you can get more students. That one needs to be investigated because again, we're not in the business of volume. We're in the business of quality education, no? So hindi pwedeng paramihan lang ng students as bahala na yung quality ng learning nila, no? Hindi tama 'yon, no? So we'll request DepEd to submit to us a report on that.
Mr. Chair, I'd just like to correct, kanina nabanggit ko dun sa cities, nandiyan po sa Las Piñas, sa Cavite. May nabanggit po ako na Green Hills, it's Manila po. Manila po yung school na yon. So you might want to check sa Manila area yung mga senior high po dyan. It's a private school po sa City of Manila. Tignan po natin ano po. That's what I meant po. So Manila, Cavite, Las Piñas, tignan po natin. And then other cities po dito sa NCR sa mga private school. Please do, DepEd.
COMSEC, just take note and we'll write the respective agencies a report on that. To include also yung CHED, yung kaninang Renee's na diploma mills, submit to us a report on this, ano ba ito? Southern Philippines Academy College and other similar similar problems. Ito rin yung Sandigan College Incorporated, Philippine International College, and other similar issues. Pakisubmit na lang rin sa amin to Senator Erwin and to the committee also. And later on, Senator Erwin, we might baka pwede tayong mag-join ng, let's file a resolution to investigate this because habang hindi pa siya malaking problema, let's nip it at the bud, no? So that we can flag the agencies to look at these issues.
Mr. Chair, if I
Yes, go
may,
ahead,
two
Doctor.
items lang po bago natin to bago
yes.
maiwan, no? Senator Tulfo and Senator Gatchalian jointly asked the question on English proficiency. I think it will be material to these ongoing efforts to enhance that item, to know that NAIAP is already in discussion with the British Council to actually model exactly how we can assess the proficiency of English of teachers. And a planned pilot is already on its way. And we're hoping that the cooperation of the Department